Under Armour. Buy it. The sensational clothing line for all things athletic. Boom. Promote me. Yeah, sponsor me. Okay. UFC 290, Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Yair, the high kicking specialist with good shot selection, accuracy. And then we've got Mourinho versus Polenta. And then we have Brandon Mourinho. And we have Robert Whittaker versus Dricus de Vries, the South African, who says he's from South Africa. Power of one, yeah, whatever. It's all whatever, where you market yourself. Hey, okay. Less of the politics, let's get down to business. UFC 290, got 3 really good fights. First of all, we're going to go with Robert Whittaker versus Dricus de Vries. I think Robert Whittaker is far too experienced at striking. De Vries is a really good wrestler. He helps to choke you out. But Robert Whittaker's well-versed, man. There's not many he loses to. He's come close versus Adesanya. By the way, I am 163 and 40 on fight predictions. So I get more right than I do wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Robert Whittaker is going to beat him quite comfortably on the striking. Okay, Brandon Mourinho versus Polenta. Do you know what? At first, I thought Mourinho, because he's quite good and he's high profile and he's got really, he's eye-catching to watch. He's a good fighter. I liked his quadruple fight. But I actually think he's going to get beat this time. The guy's fighting's got attrition for days. And if he doesn't blast you out in the first few rounds, which he could do, then he's in trouble. And he's fighting a bit of a relentless cardio freak, who's someone who can go the distance. So I'm going to go for the upset and say that Polenta is going to win. So I'm going Polenta for that. I'm going to stick my neck out, even though I'm not putting a bet on, but say Polenta for the win. I just feel like Mourinho is eye-catching, but he tends to run out of ideas when his shots aren't working. So I'm going to go for Polenta on attrition. And then fight 3, the main event, Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Do you know what? Volkanovski impressed everyone. I thought he'd get his ass handed to him versus Makhachev. I ain't lying. But he didn't. He was even on the floor laughing at him, like hitting him with backhanded shots. Like, is that all you got? Put another shrimp on that, Bobby. That was the worst Cockney accent. That was like Charlie Ullman in Green Street. That was terrible. That was how he sounded, because I was trying to do an Australian accent. And that's how Charlie Ullman sounded, trying to do a Cockney accent in Green Street. Anyway, Robert Whittaker wins. Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. I think that Volkanovski's got far too much experience in striking and far too much levels to his game. That's the way I see it. I just don't think that Rodriguez has really good kicks, and he seems to rely on that. Volkanovski reads it. He could walk into one though. This is quite a bad matchup for Volkanovski, because he's not fighting someone stubby. He's fighting someone with range who has kicks. But I think Volkanovski utilises that and just pushes it on a unanimous decision. He goes for the whole fight, basically. For the whole fight, he's going to take control. He's going to edge every round, and he's going to take another unanimous. His knocking out people days are slightly declining. He tends to just pressure you and butcher you for like the whole fight, which is probably worse in the grand scheme of things. And I'm going Volkanovski for the win. So Volkanovski, Robert Whittaker, and Polenta for the win, actually. Yeah. Surprisingly. 163 and 40 on fight predictions. That means I've got 163 right and only 40 wrong. So, yeah. And they're all, to be honest, though, they are the 50-50s, because obviously 50-50s are tougher to call. You never know. But I don't really count it. I count it, but it doesn't matter either way. It's just what I think on the night, Because if I stacked up all my wins, man, God, think about the money I could have won. Yeah, you don't. just enjoy just doing it as a fun guessing game. It's less on the line, trust me. So, yeah, it's going to be a great night. I'm looking forward to it. I just think Whittaker, far too much experience for De Vries. And again, like I said, Volkanovski, far too much experience, far too much volume, far too much tenacity, far too much psychology fighting Rodriguez. But got to be careful, tough fight, just edge Volkanovski every step of the way. Peace. Take it easy. Insta usually plays. I'm doing live sessions now of my acoustic music. So Instagram usually plays. I've got live streams of all my original songs. Whether you like them or not is up to you. You want to see some rock and roll back, bringing back the 90s kid. It's all good. Korn Kid mixed with Oasis Kid. That's what you get. You get a bit of grunge and a bit of new metal and a bit of everything. So yeah, peace. I really care about that music, but you know, I'm doing my predictions as my outlet as well because I love boxing. Anyway, and fighting in general. Peace.